morning and how are you doing? It's very exciting. Tutukomyewo olunaku ate nate leero lunaku lulungi nnyo ddala. Mwana wattu nno wali ogenzeko ku mikolo embaga kwanjula introduction n'olabira ddala nga Diko ali ate nga n'abagole nabo balabika bulungi. Olunaku lwaleetino omukyala bamuyita Jackie Nanteza. She is the founder and the CEO of actually stress-free event. We're managing an event gwe nobeera wali ng'omukolo oba the function you are enjoying it. Olunaku lwaleero tweyungeko kuva woli naffe wetuli kosa namba 07744556 okubanga otweyungako in this discussion. Buuza ekibuuzo kyonna era ne clarity tujja kuba tugikuwa butereevu ddala nnyo. Tulokalire gabonye ekikopo ky'ekyacayi oba katogo neffe katusembule kati ne Jackie. Jackie, good morning.
Good morning, how are you? No, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm comfortable with English.
International schools.
Not really, not really. It's, for me to be fluent, but ingezako.
Chaka never customer basino abira mu Luzongo.
Need No, I have all kinds of clients. Yeah.
Jackie, how has this year been for you?
This year has been big for me in terms of, I think I'm ambitious. I sat down and wrote ambitious goals, audacious goals, and I having 12 years in the industry comes to a point where you want new things, or you want to go to the next level. So I describe this year as my next big thing. Yeah.
Wow. You know, writing goals.
I don't think I wrote a specific goal. I just said I want to be big. I want to go to the next stage. I want to shift from where I've been for some time to another level. And then ideas just kept unfolding.
And keep coming.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, there's someone watching us Ngagamba. It's 2 months and a half. And they're saying, I think it's not possible for my goal. What encouragement do you have for them?
I don't think I don't think it's too late to write your goal. And even when you start now, even if you don't finish it by December, the truth is that you have set a good standard for 2026. The problem is starting in January and you want to write a goal and you want to achieve it in 2026. Sometimes it's hard to achieve that. The goals that the people who have achieved their goals in 2026 actually wrote them in 2025, and then they started working on them, strategy, making mistakes. Now they are achieving them.
Wow. Jackie, you mentioned about audacious goals, and I'm just thinking, what inspires you to make these audacious goals different from short-term kind of goals?
I am passionate about what I do, so wanting to make a difference and be relevant. The economy is very seriously revolving every day. Today you made sense, next week you don't make sense. So wanting to be relevant every day of your life, you need to sit down and ask yourself, what's that everyone is not doing? Otherwise you start saying there is no money, maybe the industry is not working. I have learned that once you get an idea of how you can do something different, or how you can have an impact on society, makes sense. You can describe something that people have been seeing, but differently, and you make it well. It doesn't mean it's been success all the way through.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's the attitude.
You know, Jackie, I'm looking at you and I'm saying 12 years. You have seen a lot. You have seen trends. You have seen things evolve. But I'm thinking to myself, what inspired you to enter events planning?
So events planning started from me just being in charge of bridal entourage.
Were you in your room?
No. I was family members. You know how you go and do a wedding?
Yes.
It started honestly from family around, friends and family. I think it was a friend's wedding, and then they're like, no, you're in charge of the bridal entourage. And then I realized I was doing over and above, but I didn't understand it even until like almost to the fourth wedding.
Gotcha.
And you know how committee only comes to the meetings, they don't escort you to search for these
or
things.
Even execute.
Well, people believe they execute, but I'm talking about the planning.
Yeah.
There's really a big difference between event planning and event management.
Can you break down that for us?
Okay, my days, honestly, when we started, it was event management. Event management is what the committee used to do before event managers came many in the industry, which is the couple they've planned their wedding, and then they say, oh, you'll be in charge of the cars, this is the phone number, call them to make sure they appear. That is event management. Event planning is making sure, what car would you want? What concept are you in? Is it a vintage concept? If it's a vintage concept, can we find vintage cars? How much are they? If it is you want to have a royal wedding, what kind of car goes with a royal wedding? If it's a boys kind of a whole old school kind of concept, what kind of car? That is the real event planning. It's not waking up and you're like, oh, I know someone in my circle, in my club, and they actually give out Mercedes Benz. Not everyone has to have a Mercedes. So event planning, it's every department of a wedding or an event. We must know why we are choosing that vendor. Does it match the taste? Does it match the dream? Then we go ahead to find out, okay, how much do they charge? Can they meet our terms and conditions? Are they available on that date? And then we go ahead and book them. And then we harmonize them with church. We harmonize them with the if it's for cars, with the decorators who are going to decorate them. There is a whole process before you actually reach the event management.
Literally, event planning is birthing an idea to visualize it and execute it, right? Maybe imagine my wedding as a gold and black, and so I ask you and say, I want gold and black. So literally you manage everything till it's delivered.
For most clients, they even come, sometimes they don't know they want gold and black. They come, they want to have a nice wedding. So my first session is usually, let's dream together. Tell me when you were growing up, or when you got exposed, when you traveled, when you attended these weddings. People have a lot of albums from Pinterest, from YouTube. It's very many ideas. Someone enters saying gold and black, but before you know it, they're bringing in silver. They're like, oh, I like also that crystal. You're like, what color palette is this? So event planning is refining all these ideas, listening to them, watching their compatibility as a couple, because sometimes you have ideas that are even clashing, and the fights start in between the couple before they even reach the vendors or the committee. So a wedding planner is supposed to first harmonize these ideas to make sure we are all at one, like on one page. The groom is understanding why the bride has chosen this, and then the bride is also understanding why the groom is not willing to go far past this budget, why everyone in their family has wedded in Namirembe. It's not someone ordering you, oh, we are going to church, I'm proposing, but by default my whole family goes to Namirembe Cathedral. You need to let me understand, you need to. So sometimes a wedding planner is that, they call them mediators. Sometimes it's like a hard conversation in the room. We harmonize, and she gets to say, okay, I'm okay with Namirembe Cathedral, but can you have a saxophone playing? Can I walk in like this? Can I be in my dream dress? Before you know it, the couple are all looking forward to their church moment. So that's wedding planning. Reconcile ideas after understanding them, create a concept. So for them, they can have ideas all over. It's you to refine them. Oh, I seem to see your tastes fall in an Iceland wedding, or a forestry wedding, or rustic, that is if it's wood, or royal wedding, or you want a destination wedding. With what you've described, this is where it's you who helps them reach that level of concept. So it's with the concept that we get the service providers. I do not just say, oh, it must be this person. No. In town, not every vendor knows how to decorate a forestry wedding. Some have that whole phobia for forestry wedding. But even when you like them on social media and you go and you tell them they are praying, Lord, let her not select trees. I don't like decorating that thing. But because they want the money,
Yes.
when you tell them, I want green, they're like, okay, we shall do the green.
But they don't even mean it.
Yeah, basically there are vendors who are good at everything, but then there are vendors who are good at modern, there are vendors who are good at introduction setups, bohemian setups, royal wedding setups. There are people who are good at everything. So our years give us that experience of knowing who brings the concept to life.
You know, Jackie, I'm looking at you and I'm wondering, what is one of those misconceptions that people have regarding your business sector?
Event planners, we are the luxury expense they don't want to invest in. They think, so you give someone a quotation and they're like, please explain to us the services, or like a consultancy, budget formulation, concept creation, concierge will run around with you to search for these gowns and everything.
Yes.
And they wait for the word decoration, they wait for the word entertainment. You're like, no, that is different.
Yeah.
And then they're like, you mean I'm paying this money and I'm not getting even a cake in it?
Yet.
You're like, no. So they're like, no, I don't think. Then often you'll get a reply no, I don't think we can afford this. You see, we have a small budget and everything has to be allocated to the real items that should appear on the budget. Not knowing when you bring a planner on board, I'm going to help you save by maybe getting you some discounts depending on my goodwill with the vendors. I'm going to get you value for money. Someone can give you a budget of 20 million for decoration.
Yes.
And they deliver something, and I can get you the same budget of 20 million decoration, and I give you something that is even worth 30.
Yeah. Wow.
So you have literally paid my money.
For the time?
No, like basically you don't paying an event planner, but you go around, you plan this wedding, but you have paid my money indirectly. You've spent it without my service. So it's a loss on your side.
Yeah, I see that. Wow. I'm here looking at 12 years. 12 years. Was there a moment you got a big event and you're like, this just had to be it?
I've had big events, honestly, but in my experience, I think they are not the ones that should excite you. The big invoice is not what should excite you.
The big invoice?
Yeah.
It's not what should excite you.
Yeah, a nice wedding, a breakthrough wedding is an experiential wedding where the client moves a journey with you, and what I would call my big wedding. They accept to move a journey with you. You create all you. It's not this person who says they're willing to pay you 30 million, but they are, I would call it control freaks. You're there with the 30 million, but you're actually not even giving the big of the service. You know. So, what I call a big wedding for me is a place where we're allowed to create and bring unique things. Yeah, I don't really like repeating weddings. Someone who appears and they show you a photo from Instagram and they want you to repeat it. Have you seen a trend on social media where events look the same?
Yeah.
All introduction parties look the same. All weddings look the same. Everyone has learned, I must do this chandelier, this crystal. No one is saying, what if I create this up here? No one is transforming the space. So if you're attending these weddings, you attend it like, wow, nice. And the hardest bit about it is that we're even going to the same venues. Every day you're reporting to Speak Resort Munyonyo, and you've attended 5 weddings in the season, and they are close. You're just switching the couple.
Yeah. Wow.
The place looks the same, and the vendors are different. It's because clients carry photos. They go to the vendors. They don't even let the vendors think. They just say, "Me, I want that. If you give me that, that is not wedding planning. That is not."
Wow. I'm here thinking to myself, you've imagined, put all these resources together and the vendors. How did this test come up where you say, this purple and cream is not matching up? Is it innate? did you do that fashion or studying or learning?
So I did fine art.
Okay.
I think up to Form 6. But I don't want to lie to you, maybe I did it to get marks. That's what I thought. When someone is going to school, I don't think when we are doing these A-level courses that we even put it so much of what we want to become. And I remember even struggling, university level, I wanted MOBS. And I think I wanted MOBS because of my big sister, and the course came out. I was rushing to MOBS, and then Chambogo University comes out with accounting and finance, and everyone in my family turns against me of how can you not do accounting and finance. I dragged my feet to Chambogo. I did accounting and finance. So that is who I am before this. But I want to tell you, it comes in handy before we reach the creativeness. Accounting and finance has audit. Audit is what you need in event management, attention to detail, because everyone is missing the bit of the cake is about to fall. An auditor is the way you audit books. It's the same way you're looking at a site and you're like, what's missing, what everyone is not saying. So that is a bit about the audit. Then the finance, if you cannot move variables on the budget, when you create this dream, and then later you create this dream with a couple, and then they tell you a budget that does not match the dream, you must find out to not compromise the concept and deliver the event in their budget and still make them happy. It's by moving variables on the of do we really need a Range Rover?
Yes.
No. I think we can do another car, but we must have this. I had a couple before that met. By then that band was called Janzi Band. Now it's Abeka Band. So their first date, I think their first meetup was at that band evening. And I knew no matter what, we would rather compromise anything but Abeka Band, no matter the price, it had to be there. So that's what I mean, moving variables on the budget and making sure you make the couple happy. So when it comes to creative, so this art is literally hidden behind, and I don't know. And so I did accounting and finance. I start this by trying to manage simple events. And I remember, like, I think it was like 2014. I'd been doing it 2013, but in 2014, I was on TV and I saw there's an international planner called David Tetura. It was, I think, Lifestyle or TLC.
Yes.
When I watched what he was doing, I was like, wait, there is a name to what I do. Yeah, we didn't have that. So it was called event planning.
I'm thinking to myself, at this moment, did you have any amount you started with and said, I'm just launching in? Or you said, I have my fixed price?
When I started event planning, it wasn't even known as event planning in Uganda. There were decorators and event managers. So every time I even went around saying that, people laughed at me. Then when I called it stress-free, I think my family laughed at me. But so along the way, I realized I had to learn the craft, not from what I was doing, but I needed to do it better.
Yes.
So I actually went to Centenary Park. By then, Centenary Park was the place where all wedding meetings would go.
Yes.
So I'd go there and I start saying, can I volunteer? I literally used to use my salary to run couples' errands. And I would ask them, the problem is that when you start a business and you want to reap from it immediately, you want to invest money and you want profit. No.
Say that again.
The problem is when you start a business, you're new at it. There's going to you immediately want to say it's not a product. Even if it's a product, by the way, you can bring the product in town and they are like, oh, you're still learning what your product is about. So that's the thing. I started by volunteering. I was literally begging couples to let them have me on their wedding. I can remember, I think my first payment was, I had a lot of free weddings, but I remember it was 200,000.
How did that make you feel?
200,000, then I started later.
What year is this, Jackie?
20, I think
Way
2014, then 2015. I think I really earned that little till I earned like a 20, in 2016 I earned like a 500,000.
Step by step.
Then in 2017, I think I earned 2 million. Yeah, so to me, I was moving. And then also later in life, you get hardships. I used to do it as freelance. So I would work from 8 to 5, the accounting job. And then at 5, that's when I ran to town to take this bride. We select a gown, we look for shoes, you know. So it was, at first it was freelance. That's why the 200,000 was okay. And then I later got hardships in life, and then I had to make ends meet. So I had to make sure I book the clients. That's how I think I started transitioning to the 2 million.
At this moment, had you already got the name stress-free?
Yeah, it was stress-free weddings. It was just stress-free weddings. So in 2017, we wanted to go corporate. That's when we incorporated the company. So it was registered from 2017. So that is how I was like, no, this must work. So I had to do accounting and event planning for some time till 2020. 2020 COVID, that's when I resigned and went fully, which was crazy because it was COVID. Who resigned during COVID?
Yes. I mean, that was a bold step for you.
Yeah, it was crazy, but here we are.
No gambaze kasokenchite. I'm thinking to myself at this moment of time how you decided to say, okay, now I'm into this fully. How are you able to balance family, events, maybe other different commitments? Because stress-free, it means you carry the stress of the client.
So I used to be an extrovert, but now I turned into an introvert.
Why?
So I have a weird life. It's family and events that I do.
Oh, sure.
So if I don't have an event, it's rarely to find me out.
Why did that switch happen?
Because I mean, family, my kids are my everything. I don't know how to explain. I cannot. So I had to know, like we even talk when now the big ones are in boarding, but when they used to be around, they'd be like, do you have an event? I'm like, no, I don't have. Oh, we have you over this weekend. So it came to me that I even started avoiding hanging out or other events that I'm not involved in. Besides, when I'm even at an event and something is falling down, I feel sick to the stomach. So if I'm not doing work, weekend I might enter my house on a Friday. It might be hard to get me out unless I'm either going to church. If I don't go to church, it means I'm getting out, going to work on Monday. So that's how basically I funneled down. I cut out most of the things. It's either work or family.
Wow, very proud of you. You know, and I'm thinking now, 2020, you decided to register. 2020, right?
2017 we registered, but I kept part-timing. 2020 is when I went in fully.
How did you establish your bookkeeping? Because this is no easy job.
Well, that's the problem. When you start earning 200,000 and then you have meanwhile you've been moving for a long time, you're using a salary, then you get the 200,000. It's sometimes you don't even consider the bookkeeping at all. Then later in life, when you get hardships and you're working looking for money, money comes, there's something already waiting. So I want to say bookkeeping, despite me being an accountant, it was hard at first. It was money came out, money came in. Basically, by the time even someone pays you, you're doing this. But over time, okay, in 2020, one of the reasons I resigned was I joined a group called BNI. I don't know if you've heard about BNI, Business Network International. Those guys, they bring you to order. They make you ask yourself the hard questions. It's in that year I started making sure I have these things clear. It's in that year I wrote my script for the website and we launched the website. It's in that year that I was doing freelance on the street, like I would call it sometimes a briefcase office. It's in that year I decided to open the office and have things in order and have files. So that was the start.
Wow.
And I don't actually also handle money. Like on a site, that's why I even came with a team. I'm also given fuel on a site. I just say, oh, I've approved that, you pay. Someone else does this whole money thing, and then
you look on the side.
And being a financial person, and then they have to appear in office and tell me how they spent it.
Yeah,
that is how we do it.
Wow, 12 years you have managed to see creativity and innovation. How have you been able to keep your brand on the top despite the competition?
So my brand on the top is deciding that my unique selling point is going to let all professionals do their part. So at Stress Free, we can decorate, we can get you anything. We usually have a saying at office of, they send you for a hat, you bring a hat. A human hat, you bring a human hat. Okay, not in that way, but we have made sure that we have researched to know who does what. So at start, everyone is trying to pull you to their side. Oh, Jackie, I'm going to be nice to you, so the next time you hire me, and I am one person who is not biased. Today I will hire you, tomorrow I will hire someone else, because it depends on my client, on their package, on their budget, on their taste. If someone comes on my desk and they do not match your money, and they do not match maybe your craft, I will not give you that call. So at first it was hard, but over time the vendors still became my friend, because they knew when she comes through, she comes through.
She comes through big.
Yeah, so I built, I don't know how many people I know or associates in terms of events, in terms of production, decoration.
You have a big network.
No, it's way big.
A pool of.
It's way big. So we stick to creating and understanding our clients. So when we move to a decorator, because sometimes we can give our quotation and maybe it doesn't match the budget. I do not want to lose that client. I'll call another client. Or maybe the event is too complicated, the decoration is too detailed, and then we also have a lot going on, because we have saloon, we have a lot to supervise. I would rather approach a fellow decorator who is my good friend according to the taste and budget, and I'm like, this is what I want. So at first, planners were called people with kajanja. When you'd approach a decorator and like, this is what I want, they're like, nee, mama, she's not even the client. Over time, they learned that when I want something, and I have put in time to understand my client, that's what they want. So now when I call these people, okay, just let me know what your client wants. Just send me photos. So they are okay with supervising, because I'm particular. Show me the type of chair. Show me the type of charger plate. No, that's not the color. I have learned to design these things even for myself on Canva. If I'm trying to tell you this is the placement card I want and you're not understanding it, I'll go and design it and send it to you.
Yeah, wow. That's
I have to approve all branding, if a banner, it's not just putting for me a banner. So and so wed, I don't like those banners, or so and so weds, and that's it. That's what shows it's a wedding. No. So if you ask me, that is our unique selling point, and that's how we are rarely thrown out of the industry. However, we've had serious entrants in the industry. I don't know, but the way they charge, sometimes you get a client and the client says, oh, you're expensive. I met someone who just said 1 million or 2 million, it's okay. And then you're like, oh, please go ahead. It depends on the number of guests. It depends on the venue. It depends on the idea. Someone can have a wedding of 50 people, but it is taxing.
And it's so much.
The details are serious. So how many people do I have on site? Do I have dressed ushers? Do I have all these things? So my quotation depends on that. Where am I going? How many times am I visiting this site and all that here?
Wow. I'm imagining Has there ever been an incident in this event planning where you have 3 weddings at the same time?
I want to say it today that I don't do that.
Have you ever done it before?
I do not do that. I give my head. No, I'm human. If I make an event personal. So we can maybe have a corporate event where they are delivering things, you know. But a wedding, we are there saying it is 3 a.m. wake up. The camera guys are almost here. The saloon is almost here. Who is here? The decoration, you're late. We manage a 360. So I can say that our company so far right now, no, I do not manage more than 1 wedding a day.
I love that fact. You had earlier mentioned, Nte, when a couple comes to you, there are those rules or guidelines you have set and say, you know what, this is what's going to happen and this is what's going to happen. What has that taught you, unlike the earlier you when you were starting out?
Earlier me, I didn't have these. I learned that if you do not harmonize these ideas, for example, the first thing is harmonizing the ideas. You clash. That's what I learned. I learned that if you do not put in time, have you heard, like we've had this part where they say, someone say, oh Jackie, how much do you charge? Oh, how much is this? I have a wedding of 300 people. We're at Akama Gardens. How much is the budget? No. We can be at Akama Gardens with crane performers. We can be at Akama Gardens without crane performers. I have learned that I will not tell you your budget until I understand who you are, your personality, your tastes and preferences. Wow. So if I do not go through that process of understanding you, I would rather give you your dream wedding at the start in our session. And then we tone it down because we have first draft budget, second draft, okay, until the approved budget. Whereby you're like, oh, I liked that band, but you know, we contacted them, we couldn't afford them. There's that content. Other than you visiting, going for another wedding and you see the band and I didn't give you that option. I wanted to assume your budget. I assumed for you that you can't afford it. So you go to another wedding, you start saying, we hired a planner, but I don't know, they didn't even get us a nice band. No, you must know I gave you all options. That is where your court could stop.
Cut your coat according to?
Something like that.
Jackie, she's taking us deeper with events planning. Kosta number 07 ana atano nkago kubanga obuze chibuzo chona chawaniyagadde okubanga obuza. But for now, Jackie, let me take a look at some of the questions that have come in right here. Okay, someone here says, what are the lessons you've learned over the years?
So we called this company Stress-Free.
You did it at a certain point and you wanted to change the name?
Sometimes there's no small event. We are stressed on every event. So it's like sometimes you even hide and cry.
Okay.
You're short of a panic attack.
Okay.
So if you're out there and you've started event planning, I see many, and you're not passionate. This has never been about the money, and the truth is that this will never be about the money. No one can pay you for abusing you. No one can pay you for being entangled in couples drama. No one can pay you for rain. I mean, rain comes on you and an umbrella is far. Or if you have the umbrella, you must put it on the couple, not you. Whether you're shivering tomorrow, whether you are not fine, you signed the contract when you're okay. Down the road, you are pregnant, you are what? No one can pay for that. So the lesson is that event planning, I know, all I know is events. If you woke me up I've just come to this studio to talk about events, like it's just a spark. So I don't know any other way of life. I see myself being an event planner, but it's just that definitely I'm getting to that part where I want to be a consultant, not overrunning around, building that big entity where I'm giving concepts and guiding the rest, teaching the other new people in the industry. But let's not fake it. And to my dear clients out there, or to Ugandans or internationally, however far this TV could go, not everyone who says they're an event planner, they're an event planner. Oh, and there's a difference between event planning and wedding planning. Mm-hmm. You can be an event planner, yes, you can put together service providers and what, but being a wedding planner, having to accept a mother of the bride, having event planning taught me how to hold my temper. I used to spark off so fast years back, but here I usually tell my team, once we sign that contract, we've signed our contract to be a slave, respectfully. You tell me, pick me that shoe, you can't start like, does she know? You bring the shoe. So it has taught me humility, it has taught me that you need passion in the things you do. You must wake up and throw your duvet or something and look forward to doing this, but it's not about the money on the account. Some days I have felt like, should I take back the money? But what does it have on my reputation? Someone rough rides you like they paid $1 billion.
Yeah, especially abansalirako.
And those pro bono jobs are bad. I've done pro bono jobs. May God help us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you're sharing the deep, the raw, and also what really happens in the event planning, because you've differentiated between wedding planner and event planner. And many of us have been saying events management as event planner. Well, with 12 years, here we are. Let's take a look at the next question. The next question here is, someone says, I like this lady because she is saying the real truth. Okay, kudos to that. Then this one says, I'm also starting up. I don't know what to do because I just feel like I like putting people's events beautifully, though the stress is too much.
So the feeling and the liking is not a craft.
The feeling.
Yes, we all start there. I feel I like organizing things. I feel like actually of late we have a trend when couples plan their weddings, those who plan their weddings, they immediately go and open the company. The feeling, the liking is not the craft. The experience.
Yes.
The experience. I can tell you up to today an event teaches us something new.
Wow. Every event has an
Yes. So rushing people and you charge the same money someone who has the experience, you're lying, you're doing it's fraudulent. That's the truth. Go in, accept to learn, attach yourself to those who have done it. You must do a number of events, but I'm telling you, even me, I'm still learning. To start upgrading. Oh, okay, now I'm good at this. Okay, now I'm good. And another misconception is when people know, which is coming for the couples who have planned their weddings and they open events, it's because they have a list of their service providers. So in their mind, they're like, oh, I have a band person. This person played. I know. I know the person who brings carpet. My decorator. No, you even call the decorator. I've started this company. We're going to be working together. No.
That's not how it works.
So the feeling is nice, you need to test it. We have had people at office who come in and they say, I can't handle the pressure, and they go. They thought they liked it.
Wow.
So try it, attach yourself with these people, risk and be in this, I don't know, but you convincing someone that and you have, now we have digital and internet. You Google, what does an event planner do? You're making your flyer. Oh, they do this, they create concept, they do what, that's the competition that is done. It's unfortunate, that's what people like. And then the person is not giving you even 0.01% of what the real event planning, So I encourage that person abroad, internationally this thing is paid well. It is respected. There's certification online every day, free and paid.
Wow.
So it is a good journey for that person who wants to start, but the biggest education of event planning is the experience.
You cannot trade the experience for going to artificial intelligence and it.
You think you know it. These things are going to convince you that you know it. But I'm telling you, my peer is here, but sometimes I'm like, I can't breathe. And she's too prayerful. She usually says, we are going to go through this. So I have my hard moments too, you know? And I know for sure from the top planners that I know that are real planners in Uganda, they have those moments. Right. And then I think my husband is a shock absorber. I can literally text him of, if this vendor doesn't reach here by this time, I'm finished. And then he also carries the stress from the other side. So meaning living true to the name, stress-free, we created the name stress-free to mean the client is stress-free, we carry the stress. I don't know if I pulled that curse or something, but it is stressing.
Wow. Jackie, you know we are drawing towards the end of today's show, but in a second, where do you see stress-free event?
Global. I feel I've outlived
this running everywhere.
Yeah, then also we really want to go. We've not been, I think, so all the business we've done has been referral. I think we've not been so much interested in being so live on, what is it called, social media and so on. So I think now I'm heading to building the brand, Jackie Stress-Free Planner, to a global platform. So I've started involving myself in global conferences. Going out there and meeting these professionals humbled me. Meeting the godfathers of wedding planners, people who have done the Kardashian events, sharing a room with them, to me showed me I've outlived this one. So I would really want to transit to teach, consultancy. I mean, come and I just give you, like how you go to a therapy session. I don't have to earn all the event planning money. So you come to my office, I refine your idea, you pay me for that, and you go and we are all good. Or you ask me for a concept, or decorators ask me for a concept. I come up with a concept, I sell the concept, and I go home. I think I'm heading to those years. Consultancy, global presence, panels, something like that.
You know, I like the fact that you really chose to share certain things that are really deep, because couples think it's about, or people who give you the deal think it's about the pay they're giving you, but you came out to share all these, you know, rough moments that you go through. Look at Jackie, want to know it. There's a pay high five. Well, Jackie, thank you for choosing to open up and share and see where the event planning is like. It's never easy, and what you people go through to really pull this off. And I'm sure if there's someone who wanted to be a wannabe in this sector.
No, it's not a wannabe. we be confident, and but sometimes I think we are overconfident.
Yeah.
So you need to accept to put in the years.
Yes.
You need to accept to learn.
Yeah. And so thank you so much on behalf of the Business Treasure family that is watching us.
Thank you for the invite. Stress-Free Planner. Actually, we have Stress-Free Planner, and then we have World Celebrations Africa. We also thank you for the invite.
Wow. Akanamba bamuketaga mukosa namba 074645 I feel this has been like a very good session and conversation, especially omuntu ngata tatugamba bintu birungi nti byatambudde bulungi naye natulaga kyekigenda mabega. So to really Jackie Nanteze Nanteza. Yeah, stress-free event. We want to say thank you. Wayagala okubanga wadde otandika kansubira oyiza ebintu bingi era kozesa namba zaffe zitambula ku screen okubanga otutuukako. Follow us on our social media handles. That is at Promise TV UG on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. Obanga wandyagadde okulanga naffe, still use that same line 0746405060. Big shout outs to you, Vincent Odipio, for producing this show, and also my great mentor who monitors my progress, and also Mark Okiring. Thank you so much. Well, see you tomorrow. We sign out right here and right now. Coming up is the